Hello, hello, friend. It's Tonton. Happy Monday morning. In today's video, we're gonna not do a guide. We're gonna go through chests. I've been collecting them for over a month now, both on my main and both on my farm to try to compare a bit. You know how much you get, what are you getting as well for all of these. Kind of what should you expect? So it's really 4 weeks. It's not really a month. It's 4 weeks. So the trigger for me was the day after SVS weekend, so Monday. The first day of Tundra Trading Station, so I turned in all of my things already. So I cleared over my bags in terms of gems, all of that. So we're gonna open all of these chests. We're gonna open all of the ones on my farm, kind of compare the amount between the two, and compare what we get at the end, just so you know you get an idea about what to expect over 4 months. Maybe a quick overview when it comes to maybe the experts. That's one of the main provider of these at that stage of some of these, at least. You know, my here on my main, she's Mac for Agnes, so that's a lot of chest coming from her. And the main difference between my main and my farm is our friend Olger. That's high level here with a skill that is this one. That is level 8, so I have 90% chance to get 2 chests. When my farm is probably level 50 or something, so the farm might have like 60 or whatever percent chance to get chests. It might be around here, and it got a lot less chests, but more or less a lot of it is the same, except that on this account I do spend a bit, and I did not remove the chest I got from spending because that's too hard to track basically. But because we compare a 100% free-to-play account versus my kind of medium spender, that's probably 300 euro spent on not only on this chest, on this kind of stuff, but overall. So nothing is crazy. It's not like a whale bag, but it can, except a few of these that I have a lot more, and a few of these I have a lot more. Everything else kind of look the same, on my farm, just a bit less of of these because I'm weaker in labyrinth, a bit less of these because my Olger is not as strong, but that's similar. So let's open them all one by one so far. So here it's very simple. We just expect fire crystal. It's either luck or not. So I noted all of the fire crystal I got, all of the SSR shards, so we will be able to compare in the end, right? These ones, if you look at all of that and you make the calculation, it's roughly 1% chance to get a mythic gear. People will tell you open 28, then open 23, then if you don't have it, open 27, then or open 85. These are percentage based. It does not matter what you do. Every time you open a chest, you have a percentage chance to get it. That's just the way it is. That's just simple. So either you do that, or either you do 30 by 30, 85 by 85, whatever people tell you. It does not matter. It's always based on percentage. And you can have the impression it matters because when you do small sample test, the percentages are so low that you can be extremely lucky or extremely unlucky. And if you click, like I should have more or less 8, right? If I open now, I got 20 because I got super, super lucky. Then I'll be like, oh, opening all of them at once is better. And if I will do them 30 by 30 instead and I get 20, I'll be like, oh, opening them 30 by 30 is a lot better. It's percentage based. It does not matter what you do. So we're not going to waste an hour. We're just going to open them all. So we should have roughly 8. If we have, 5, 6, we're unlucky. If we got 10 plus, we are very lucky. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So I have double the amount I should get. So you could be saying, oh, I've watched Tonton, opening them all at once is better. You get twice the average. No, that's just the way it is. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky with smaller percentages. If I had 20 million of these chests, and I will open them, 30 by 30, 85 by 85, like a quarter, 30 by 30, 85 by 85. Like overall, over a big enough, volume that will more or less be 1% of these. But that's what we got. We got 15. So that's pretty good. Some of these is just, polishing solution and everything. So not much to see here, some charms. So hopefully we want some designs. See if we are a bit lucky with the designs, hopefully. Same, it's percentage based, does not matter what you do. It's more or less 50-50 on each. You don't have better chance to get one or the other. I get a bit more guides, but that's fair enough. Here, it's 100% of each with a certain volume, so it's a guaranteed drop, so that's really good. That's maybe an upgrade. That's from Frosty Fortune. Not much to expect here. I did not track speed ups. Maybe we'll just take a quick on the main. Maybe we have more chests. Maybe I just take a quick screenshot of that, so we can compare just in case. So that's from Alliance Mobilization. So that's I've done it once. In between, I got 100 chests. On my farm, I got like 48 or 55 something. So that's a lot more on my main, and that's giving us extra chests. So that's a lot of gems you can see from these. So that's really cool. We got an extra 4 chests, and we did not get another piece. So that's really interesting. What can you get inside? So you can get some shards, but very, very low. You can get some buildings. So that means I'll get a lot of building in the island, and then gem speed ups and stuff. So that's 600 of them. That's yeah. One shard, a bit of gems, a lot of XP components somehow. So these are, they are not amazing, but that's really good. A lot of buildings. So these are a bit better. I should have checked the percentages, but that's, decent amount of speed up. That's a lot of building. I will be able to increase building on my island a lot. That's kind of what I kind of saw myself, going down in the ranking on the island for saving for a month. So these are from the one from the Polar Terrors, mostly, and from Alliance Championship, so 140. I'm doing them only with Gina on my main. I'm only doing these with Gina. When on my farm, I'm doing them with all marches at once. I don't really think on my farm. I'm sending Gina, of course, but with a bunch of other marches, and I got 12 more. So that was 140. I think, and on my farm I got 128, so it does not really make a huge difference to use Gina every day, but because you get a limited amount of these a day, right? When you do 4, 5, 6 Polar Terror or 10 Polar Terror, you get your chest for the day, and then you start to get a lot less from Polar Terrors. But that's a lot of speed ups. That's quite a few, polishing solution and all of that. We will look at what we get in a second. Then we got these chests, so the Seeker's chest. So you might not know them as well, but these are really good. I was really curious what you get in a month in terms of fire crystal, because that's that could be that's 600 chests. So technically we might have that 6 times. So that could be a decent amount, right? So that could be 20% of 600 is like 120 fire crystal plus this one. It could be close to 200 fire crystals. That could be close to, we should have it a few times. That's going to be 10k gems, a bit more. So all of that is quite cool. So let's see from the Seeker chest. Same is percentage based. Does not matter what you do. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So we calculated, like in my head was around 180 for the fire crystal. So that's okay. Quite a few gems. I mean, overall, it's for a month, it's all good. It's free. It's something we use not to have. Basically, just by gathering, you get these from gathering. And then the one from Arena, which are a bit better, so you get a bit of essence stones, lot of speed ups, you get a decent amount of XP components, so that's something I could have tracked, but I think I've emptied everything, basically, in terms of empty components, so that's why I did not track it. And I think the last one we got are these one, right? The Mercenary help, so, you get 5 or 10 of them per event, you get a tiny bit of shards. So that's it. So if I start to compare, let me show you on the Google Chrome. So that's here. It's the chest I had on my main versus the chest I had on my farm. So you see the fire crystal, you get that from the crystal deactivation event. So I did not get it. Lucky hero gear, you see that's a big difference because I spent. Variety, I had some I don't have on my farm, things like that. So the main difference is the material. For the chief gear, a bit higher on the labyrinth, treasure chest, like I said, a tiny bit, all of that. And, of course, arena chest, a big difference. So if we compare, what do we have? So for gems, I got 2070 from the stack of 10 gems, and I got 5,600 for the stack of 100 gems, and I got 16,000 from the stack of 1,000 gems. That's 23k gems that I got in a month from the bags. In terms of fire crystal, I now have 2,178. So that's nearly 200. Mythic hero gear, so I need to count. That's going to take a bit more time. But we said 15, so I used to have 3. So that should be 18 now. So that's 6, 7, 8. 10, 13, 13, 17, 18. SSR shards. So I used to have 1557 and I have a tiny bit more. I don't have much more, so these are not a big source of SSR shards. Essence stones, we saw that I had little, but again 26 from the arena chest. Alloy, we gain quite a bit of alloy. So I used to have that's 70k, something like that. You know, we could do for the big one, it's 71k. Polishing solution, I used to get 2.4k, I got 3062, so that's 600 more. Design plan, that's not that much, but that's 150-ish. The charm, which I'm really excited about, but it's not that good. I got 100 from the chest, and the designs, I got more or less 100 as well. So that's kind of the difference between the two for a month's worth of chests. I mean, 8 weeks. We will do that very quickly on the farm as well. In terms of, if you go back, maybe if I go back here, that's how much I got in terms of XP component. So that's 200 of these, 700 of these. And I got, if you look at the chief gear on that CT, which is a lot more, I got quite a bit, right? I got 50, and you can see because they are percentage based, like you have same chance to get the blue one than you get the purple one, right? So you can clearly see you get more or less 45 to 70, but because the sample is big, is small, sorry, there is a bit of a variation, but you can clearly see around 50, 60, most of it is around 60, 50, 60 or 40 or 50, sorry. Some of them are close to 70, some of them are close to 45, that's okay. Here it's the same, right? You can get unlucky, you can go to 2 or 3, and some of them go to 10, but it's not like I have 25 of one, so like they are all the same percentages, so I did not open enough to to make it fair, to make like a sample that is relevant enough statistically. But that's good enough to understand how it works, right? And you see the difference between the purple. So again, percentage base, don't stress too much about all of that. That's just the way it works. So let's open very quickly on our farm. And that's what you get for free. So let's see in a sec. I'll go through them very quickly now because we've just done that already. So you got 109, so that's roughly 1. So if we got 2, twice the luck. That's perfect. That's, oh, this time we got a lot more lucky on the Chief Charm when it's 50-50. So, you see it happens as well on that kind of thing. This one is stable. This one, is probably I have accumulated them for more than a month on that chest. That's from Alliance mobilization, so a lot of speed ups. The nice chest, so you see it's a lot less building than on my farm, than on my main, but that's okay. That's a bit more, I think. But that's all, that these are really good. I find overall they are really good. Let's open the gathering. So the gathering is very close, as you can see, and we got, nearly as much. And the arena is a lot lower, so we get, a lot less stuff from it. We got some of these that I did not get on my main, and I think that's really it for now. So let's calculate quickly how much we got. So that's so that's 1,730 gems plus that's 1,900 gems plus 13,000. So I'll go back on the file so you can make a comparison. So we got more or less 8k gems more here. Fire crystal, we have 1,310, so that's, we saw how many, so that's not a big jump. From the hero gear, we got 2 more, so that's 8. SSR shards, probably a lot less than on the main, but that's still a few more. 1,026, so that's an extra 7. Essence stones, we saw that it was 11 more, so that's 300. Alloy, 1,021k, 047, that's perfect. Polishing solution, 893, 534, 683, and 3,013. So you see, it's very little jump on all of that. The biggest gain is a bit of fire crystal. Gems is okay. So, like, I'm not taking into account reward from events. I'm not taking into account things that are not in the chest that you get on top of that. But that's giving you an idea. Like I'm Gen 10, so if you're a bit, earlier in the game, you don't have Polar Terrors 8, so you don't have the chest for your Polar Terror, things like that. You might get a bit less, but that's more or less what you get in a month on a medium, small medium spender, let's say, because I spend a bit less lately. And a free-to-play account, you kind of get an idea about all of that, what you get, how much you get, and I'm curious what you think. Like, do you think it's good enough? Do you think that should be improved? This is one point of data, but I think on many of them is like percentages are close, and the increase is understandable enough with comparing my main and my farm, right? And if you want to do that over time on your own and see what are the numbers, we can add them up. But I'm not sure it's really needed in that sense. But again, really curious what you think. You get a lot more per month in a 4-week cycle because of the reward events, but that's what you get from the chest. That's what you get from the chest you get in the game. Curious what you think. I'll see you very soon from some Tundra Arms Link matches. In the meantime, consider joining the Discord, consider subscribing. This is a bit of a kind of a different video, so let me know, is that the kind of thing you appreciate as well. Just, little tests like that to see, what we get at the end of the day with a bit of patience and waiting and accumulating. And I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.